All right, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Saturday. We are back for the first time in over a week, and we do apologize for that. Some extenuating circumstances over the last week. We had baseball on the radio Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I would have had a game on Thursday, but also during the week, it was a very tough week for me as on Thursday morning, I got word. I live in Nashville, and my father, who lives in Houston, Texas, I got word Thursday morning that my father had passed away at the age of 93. So it's been a rough couple of days. I took off from work on Thursday, and I went back to work yesterday so I could cover the ball game, and I'm glad I did. I needed something to do, and we're back here today. I know it's been 8 days since we've done a game, and we're going to have a doubleheader for you this afternoon as we wrap up week number 7 of our current NFL season. It'll be the LA Rams and the New Orleans Saints to kick things off, and then after that, we'll have our Monday night game, and that'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. I want to take this time to thank all those that reached out and gave me their condolences and everything. It's rough when you lose your father. I lost my mom when she was 18, or when I was 18, excuse me. And my dad passed away at the age of 93 just past Thursday, and it's been rough. But I appreciate all the support. All right, let's get into our doubleheader here. It's going to be the Rams and the Saints. The Rams come in. They're the only undefeated team left at 6-0. New Orleans, also in the NFC West, is 2 games back at 4-2. I appreciate that, Jax. Thank you very much. And this is our NBC Sunday night game. And then we'll have the Monday night game between the Steelers and the Vikings after that. And then later on tonight, we'll start Week 8 with the Jets and the Bills. But that'll be later on tonight. We'll have a doubleheader for you this morning and this afternoon. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Gracie, who's at work, told me she's taking the Saints in this one. She's at she's at 39 and 35, 4 games over 500. Evil Dead is 49 and 42. He's 7 games over 500. And Misty has not given me a pick yet in this one. Misty, who do you got? Rams or Saints?
Saints.
All right, Misty's going with the Saints as well. She's 38 and 36. Evil Dead's got the Rams. Good to see you, Evil Dead. All right, let's head out to New Orleans, Louisiana for this one. Louisiana Superdome, Rams Saints here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into the Louisiana Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. It's the Rams and the Saints. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, depending on where you are. It's still morning for me here in Nashville, 11 a.m. Noon on the East Coast. We'll have a doubleheader here this afternoon. And then tonight, we'll have the Bills and the Jets. We'll start Week 8 tonight. Get our Week 7 done. The Rams will get the opening kickoff. We're underway. Live from the Bayou, from the 3-yard line. On the return, bringing it back, Jackson Biggs. Big return for Biggs. Out to the 38-yard line. The 5th-year receiver out of Florida State. I'm holding up as well as could be expected. Matthew Sinclair, starting quarterback in his 6th year out of Tennessee. It is. You need to get back and just keep busy. That's why I did the baseball game on the radio yesterday. He had given me the option of taking the day off. I said, no, I need to do the game. So I did. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sinclair under center. 4 wide. Sinclair fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws deep, and incomplete. They were looking for Terry Norton, the rookie wide receiver out of Ole Miss, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Rams are 6-0, the only undefeated team left. And they barely beat the Lions last week in overtime. I appreciate that, Evil Dead. Thank you much. 2nd and 10. Sinclair across the middle, wide open. This time it's Norton down to the 34-yard line. It's a 32-yard gain into Saints territory. Chris Rothman on the tackle for the Saints, the 6th-year safety out of Oregon State. NFC West rivals, this is their first meeting of the season. Rams trying to stay undefeated. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Sinclair under center on 1st and 10. Sinclair, hands off, nope, fakes it, looking. Throws outside and caught by McCutcheon out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6. Lawrence McCutcheon, the 4th-year back out of Tennessee. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Jax. Jax is here on this Saturday. 5 wide from the Rams. 2nd and 4 from the 28-yard line. Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair throws down the middle and caught by Harold Jackson down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 16. And that'll be another Ram first down to the 12-yard line. You're on spring break, you got nothing to do? All right. It was a very trying week last week. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Sinclair in the gun. Hands off to McCutcheon. Inside the 10, and McCutcheon down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Yep, the Rams are 6-0, the only undefeated team. The Saints are 2 games back in 2nd place in the NFC West at 4-2. New Orleans trying to keep pace. Pick up a game if they could. On 2nd and 4, Sinclair in the gun. Sinclair takes the snap, throws, caught, touchdown for the Rams. That's Dominic Lovett, the 3rd-year receiver out of Georgia. All right. And that'll be a 6-yard touchdown catch. Just like that. Great opening drive for the Rams as Lovett scores from 6 yards out. And the Rams take a 6-0 lead. Kapow, Evil Dead says. I mean, Detroit is a good team. They challenged them last week and took them to overtime. But the Rams prevailed. In fact, the Rams got a turnover early in the overtime to win the game. And now the extra point by Garrett Brown, the 5th-year kicker out of Penn State. Oh, barely got it through. Wow. Putting the excitement back in the extra point. Rams lead at 7-0. 6:08 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Our Week 6 Sunday night game here at Jammin' Sports. Yeah, the Lions came back in that game. I think the Rams and the Lions may play each other in the playoffs. I think both teams are going to end up in the playoffs. The Lions look good, too. Kicking off for the Rams, Garrett Brown. Be fielded at the 4-yard line, bringing it back for New Orleans. On the return, number 29. Trying to figure out who that is. Garrett Walker, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Utah. And now the Saints starting quarterback, the rookie out of USC, Kurt Conger. Remember now, Peyton Hicks went to Washington as a free agent, so the Saints needed a quarterback. They drafted Conger out of USC in the first round. He's led the Saints to a 4-2 record, not bad to start the season. And now the Saints opening drive down 7-0, 1st and 10, Conger under center from the 25-yard line. Hands off to James Wilder. And Wilder picks up 3 to the 28. Wilder in his 9th year out of Tennessee. Garrison on the tackle for the Rams. The linebacker, Randy Garrison, in his 5th year out of Oregon State. On 2nd and 7, Conger in the shotgun. Wilder in motion. Conger looking. Throws outside and incomplete. He was looking for Connor Nelson. And Taylor breaks up the pass. Kevin Taylor, the 6th-year defensive back out of Pittsburgh. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Saints at their own 28-yard line. New Orleans comes out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Wilder in motion, empty backfield now. Conger looking. Conger throws, dumps it off to Wilder, picks up the first down out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 9. First down, New Orleans. Injury timeout on the play as Will Boone got shaken up. He'll go to the sideline. 11th year defensive tackle out of Louisiana Monroe. 1st and 10 for the Saints now at their own 37-yard line. We'll finish up Week 7 this afternoon. We'll start Week 8 this evening with the Bills and the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger in trouble, and he gets sacked back at the 30-yard line. A loss of 7. Sack was made by DJ Coles, the 11th year defensive end out of Tennessee. It was a busy week for me on the radio. I did baseball games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. And next week I have games Tuesday and Thursday. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger throws down the middle and caught by Wilder across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 13 yards, got most of it back. Make it a gain of 14. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Saints. Make it 3rd and manageable. Rams took the opening drive. He scored a touchdown. This is the Saints' opening drive. 3rd and 3 from their own 43. Conger in the shotgun. In motion is Brandon. Conger looking, throws, caught, coming across into Ram territory, making the catch. Isaac Curtis, the former Bengal, out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. First down, New Orleans. Isaac Curtis in his 10th year out of the University of Washington. Spent 9 years with Cincinnati. 1st and 10 Saints at the Ram 44. 4 wide. Conger in the gun. Ferguson in motion, the tight end. Conger looking. Throws to Ferguson in the flat. And he's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Evan Ferguson, the 2nd-year tight end out of Utah, a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5 for New Orleans. The Rams had a nice opening drive, and New Orleans a pretty good drive so far themselves. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Conger under center. Conger to Wilder. And Wilder picks up the first down all the way down to the 29-yard line. That'll be a gain of 9 yards and a New Orleans first down. James Wilder in his 9th year out of Tennessee. Tennessee's well represented with these two teams. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Conger in the gun. Looking, rolls out, and dumps it off downfield to Connor Nelson, the 4th-year tight end out of Washington. A gain of 5 to bring up 2nd and 5. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Rams up 7-0. 2nd and 5 for the Saints at the Ram 24-yard line. Conger in the shotgun. Wilder in motion. Empty backfield now. Conger looking. Conger rolls out. Dumps it off to Nelson once again. And Nelson down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's going to bring up 30 inches. Big third down coming up for the Saints here. trailing 7-0. We'll have the Steelers and the Vikings after this, our Monday night game. 30 inches from the 19-yard line. Brandon in motion. Conger looking, throws, dumps it off to Brandon inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 6. Tony Brandon, the former Patriot, in his 11th year out of Notre Dame. First and 10, New Orleans at the Ram 13-yard line. 1:50 left in the first quarter. Saints come out in the eye. Conger to Wilder around the outside, turns inside, and picks up a yard to the 12 before being tackled by Santonio Benson, the fourth-year linebacker out of Tennessee. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 12. Saints come out 4 wide, Conger in the gun. Conger looking. Conger throws outside and caught on the sideline by Tony Brandon down to the 5. A gain of 7 yards will bring up 3rd and 2. Coming up on a minute left here in the first quarter. Rams up 7-0. 3rd and 2 from the 5. 4 receivers set wide. Conger in the shotgun. Wilder in motion. Conger looking. Conger rolls out, throws back to the end zone, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Rams defense gets the stop, and that'll force the Saints into a field goal. 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Jerome Taylor, they're going to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 5. In the offset eye, Conger under center. Conger to Wilder, and the Rams are there to make the stop. Randy Garrison comes in, the linebacker, and the Saints come up empty. They go for it on 4th and 2, and they come up about a yard shy. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Rams will take over. I think the Rams this season are probably the most complete team. I mean, they're 6-0. I understand that, but I think on both sides of the ball, they're very, very strong. Rams offense will come on. 1st and 10 from their own 4 with 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rams lead it 7-0. Rams come out in the I formation. Sinclair under center. Sinclair to McCutcheon. And Lawrence McCutcheon breaks through and gets out to the 14-yard line. A gain of 9. And that'll bring up 2nd and 1. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. And now the Rams come out 4 wide on 2nd and 1. Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair throws and caught. Making the catch that's Bryce Barnett, the 7th-year tight end out of Marshall. Oh, okay. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. Rams up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 17-yard line. Sinclair hands off to McCutcheon around the outside. Lawrence McCutcheon out to the 26. A gain of 9, and that'll be a Los Angeles first down. No, it won't be. I'm sorry. Comes up a yard short. It'll be 2nd and 1. Got ahead of myself. It happens. On 2nd and 1 from the 26, Sinclair under center. Sinclair fakes the handoff. Looking. Needs to get rid of it. Throws it away. Incomplete. Smart play. It'll be 3rd and 1. He felt the pressure by Greg Spires coming around the outside. It'll be 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down for the Rams. 3rd and 1 from their own 26. Sinclair throws, and it's caught by Harold Jackson out to the 36-yard line, a gain of 10. And that'll be a Ram first down. What? Grace is at work. Misty's here. I've heard rumors, but they'd be absolutely foolish to do something like that. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair looking. Sinclair throws it away as he felt the pressure once again by Greg Spires. 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. I think some of these foreign countries underestimate the United States resolve. Yeah, just go ahead and do something like that. 2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. Sinclair looking, throws, and caught by Jackson out to the 44-yard line of New Orleans. 18 yards and a Ram first down in the Saint territory. I'm still battling my allergies here, so I'll push through. 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Saint 44-yard line. Sinclair under center. Sinclair to McCutcheon. McCutcheon a big gain inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Finally making the tackle, Torrey Clayton, the 9th-year safety out of Cal Berkeley. 1st and 10 for the Rams now at the Saint 28-yard line. 4 wide, Sinclair hands off to McCutcheon again. And McCutcheon just like a hot knife through butter down to the 18-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches. Yeah. This Ram team came out of nowhere. They were 5-11 last season. Off to a 6-0 start. On 2nd down, Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair throws outside and overthrows his receiver, Terry Norton. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 5:48 left in the half. Steelers-Vikings up next. On 3rd down from the 18-yard line, Sinclair under center. Hands off to McCutcheon, breaks a tackle, gets the first down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 5. And the Ram machine keeps rolling. 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 13-yard line. The Rams still have some tough opponents coming up. I don't know if they'll go undefeated throughout the season. Sinclair on 1st and 10 to McCutcheon inside the 10 and down to the 5, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Next week, the Rams will face the Red Hot Commanders. And let's see, New Orleans next week will be at San Francisco, a big game in the NFC West. 2nd and 3 from the 5-yard line. 4 wide, Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair looking, throws underneath and caught for a couple of yards. Bryce Barnett, the tight end, in his 7th year out of Marshall. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. These drives are eating up a lot of time, too. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the half. 3rd and 1 from the 4-yard line. Sinclair drops back. Sinclair rolls out, throws and throws it away. Smart play. That'll bring up 4th down. You want to come away with something. 4th and 1. The Saints went for it earlier. Let's see if the Rams do. Rams are going to go for it on 4th and 1 from the New Orleans 4-yard line. Sinclair in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks, throws, and incomplete. Wow, the Rams come up empty. He threw it at the feet of Dominic Lovett. And the Saints will take over. Well, the Saints went for it on 4th down near the goal line and came up empty. And now the Rams do the same thing. Still a 7-0 lead for the Rams. It'll be 1st and 10, New Orleans going the other way at their own 4-yard line. 4:23 left in the half. Yep. New Orleans comes out 4 wide. Conger under center. Conger hands off to Wilder, and James Wilder out to the 11. A gain of 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. I hate to play Monday morning quarterback, but I think the Rams should have kicked the field goal there. On 2nd and 3 from the 11, 3 to the near side. Conger in the shotgun, Wilder in motion. Conger looking. Conger throws, and it gets tipped back to him by Will Boone, who's back in the game, number 98. The defensive tackle. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. That'll stop the clock with 3:49 left here in the first half. On 3rd down, Conger to Wilder, and Wilder close to the marker. They give it to him. He's got the first down. He picked up 3 yards. That was close. Randy Garrison made the tackle, but they said that Wilder picked up the first down. It'll be 1st down, New Orleans from their own 14-yard line. 3.5 minutes left in the half. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger fakes the handoff. Throws near side and incomplete. Looking for Isaac Curtis. He was well covered by Dante Jones, the 10th-year defensive back out of Princeton. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Saints come out 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Throws and caught. No, dropped. Trying to get it out to Logan Hawks. He couldn't hold on. Hawks, the 12th-year receiver out of Syracuse. 3rd and 10 from the Saints at their own 14-yard line. Conger in the shotgun. 3 to the far side. Conger looking. Back to throw. Throws deep and caught by Connor Nelson out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 9. Santonio Benson on the tackle for the Rams. They end up a yard short to be 4th and 1. And the Saints will undoubtedly punt. I don't see them going for it at their own 23-yard line. Back to punt, Jake White, the rookie out of Auburn. Gets the punt away. And that'll be fair caught at the 34-yard line by Jackson Biggs. Rams will take over. McCutcheon having a pretty good half already, 62 yards. Just a 7-0 ball game. It really should be 14-0, or at least 10. Rams will have it with a chance to score before halftime. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Sinclair in the gun. Sinclair to McCutcheon. And McCutcheon again breaks through, getting great blocking out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 12. Yeah, realistically, it should be like 10-7. Injury timeout on New Orleans. That'll stop the clock with 2:36 left in the half. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Jax is here. First half of our Saturday afternoon doubleheader as we wrap up Week 7. Our first games on Jammin' Sports since Friday of last week. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. 4 wide. Sinclair looking. Throws, dumps it off. Down the sideline, Harold Jackson. Big gain to the 32-yard line. A 22-yard gain for Harold Jackson, the 5th-year receiver out of Cal Berkeley. And that'll be a Ram first down. They really are. But they only have 7 points to show for it. 4 wide for the Rams on 1st and 10 from the Saint 32-yard line. Sinclair under center. Single back. Sinclair drops back, throws quickly underneath, caught by Jackson. Down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 9 as we hit the 2-minute warning here at the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Our Week 7 Sunday night game. On 2nd and 1 from the 23-yard line. Sinclair looking. Dumps it off. Tried to get to McCutcheon. He overthrew him. It'll be 3rd and 1. So a big 3rd down for the Rams here, leading 7-0. The Rams at 6-0. The only undefeated team left. 4 wide. Sinclair in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws and caught. Touchdown. Rams. A 23-yard touchdown catch by the tight end, Bryce Barnett. And the Rams go up 13-0. Beautiful route, beautiful throw. And the Rams go up by 2 scores now, 13-0 with the extra point. If the Rams have a weak spot, it's their kicker here, Garrett Brown. He makes the extra point special. He makes it exciting. He's not the strongest kicker in the league. So Garrett Brown in his 5th year out of Penn State. Extra points up. See what I'm talking about? And he actually missed it. Wow. Wow. Rams may be looking for a kicker after this game. Rams up 13-0 as Garrett Brown misses the extra point. Yeah, check them sliders. He was released by the Raiders during the offseason. Rams picked him up. And now Brown will kick off. He's got no problem kicking off. From the 5-yard line on the return for New Orleans. Bringing it back, Alvin Marshall, the 5th-year receiver out of Idaho. Rams up 13-0. Saints have it 1st and 10, their own 27, with 1:49 left in the half. Idaho, Idaho. Saints come out 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun, 1st and 10. In motion is Ferguson. Conger looking. Conger in trouble, rolls out. Throws downfield, and his timing was off. Incomplete. Looking for Isaac Curtis. That'll stop the clock with 1:43 left in the half. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Saints. New Orleans comes out, single back, Conger in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Wilder in motion. Conger looking, throws downfield and overthrows his receiver. He was looking for Ben Harper, the rookie out of San Jose State, the wide receiver. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 27. 1:40 left in the half. Rams defense has been superb. 4 wide. Conger under center on 3rd down. Conger to Wilder, and Wilder goes nowhere. A yard at best, out to the 28-yard line. Rams defense right there. It'll be 4th down. And the Saints will have to punt again. You know, they tried to cross him up with a draw play. Didn't work. 4th and 9 from the 28-yard line. Jake White back to punt. White will get the punt away. From the 31-yard line on the return, Jackson Biggs out to the 35. And the Rams still have 1:29 to work with. And they still have 2 timeouts. They took one before the punt to conserve time. See if the Rams can score again before halftime. 1:29 on the clock. They still have 2 timeouts. New Orleans does get the second half kickoff. First and 10, Sinclair under center. Sinclair looking, throws outside. It's nearly picked off. Oh my goodness. Greg Spires, the former Buccaneer, in his 14th year out of Iowa, the defensive end, nearly picked it off. It'll be second and 10 from the 35-yard line. 4 wide for the Rams. Sinclair in the shotgun. Second and 10. Sinclair, it's a blitz, and they get him. A 10-yard loss. That's the first time they've sacked him today. Andrew Moore, the 8th-year linebacker out of Nevada. That's going to bring up second and 20 for the Rams. Yeah, throw a bomb. That'll bring up third and 20 from their own 25-yard line. Everybody in tight, 3 to the near side. Sinclair under center. Sinclair to McCutcheon. Picks up 3 to the 27. Or a 2-yard gain. The Saints take a timeout. And the Rams go 3 and out on that drive. They'll have to punt. Carter Ritchie, the former Raider punter, will come on in his second year out of Oregon State. Yeah, that's not a bomb. So Ritchie back to punt. Gets the punt away from the 30-yard line. Fair caught by Garrett Walker. And now the Saints will take over. First and 10, a minute 14 left. They'll start from their own 30-yard line. They still have a timeout. Can New Orleans get a score before halftime? At the very least, can they get a field goal? 3 to the near side. Conger in the shotgun. First and 10. Conger looking, throws, and it's caught by Isaac Curtis out to the 41-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 11. And that'll be a New Orleans first down. I think they're going to go to the hurry up. 1 minute left. They're holding on to that timeout. Maybe not. Yeah, they do. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger throws underneath and caught by Logan Hawks down to the 37-yard line. A 22-yard gain. It'd be a 54-yard field goal from here. We're down to 35 seconds. Coming over to make the tackle, number 22, Bryson Johnson, in his second year out of Cornell. First and 10, Conger in the gun, 4 wide. Conger looking, throws underneath, caught by Evan Ferguson, the tight end, down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 13. And New Orleans will probably call a timeout here and kick a field goal. It'll be first and 10 from the Ram 24-yard line. And they do with 4 seconds left. This will be a 41-yard field goal attempt by Jerome Taylor, the 7th-year kicker out of Clemson. With 4 seconds left in the half. We have the Steelers and the Vikings after this. We'll be in Minneapolis for that one. On first and 10. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, it is first and 10. 41-yard field goal by Taylor is good. The Saints get on the board. It's still a 2-score lead for the Rams as they lead at 13-3. I think there's still a second on the clock. New Orleans will have to kick off. Jerome Taylor will kick for New Orleans. He'll probably just kick it through the end zone. Not risk a return. There's the kick. And as expected, touchback. Rams will get it at the 30-yard line with 1 second left here in the first half. The Rams will probably just take a knee and go to the locker room up by 10. New Orleans does get the second half kickoff. Rams come out in the eye. Sinclair to McCutcheon up the middle. And McCutcheon out to the 42, picks up 12 yards. Halftime. Halftime score, the Rams 13, the Saints 3, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. We get set for the third quarter of our Week 7 Sunday night game. The Rams lead the Saints 13-3. Rams trying to stay undefeated. They'll kick off to start the third quarter. From the 5-yard line, on the return, Garrett Walker over the 20. And Walker out to the 24-yard line. That's where the Saints will start here in quarter number 3, as Kurt Conger, the rookie out of USC, will come out to lead the offense. The game coming up is the 5-1 Steelers and the 4-2 Vikings. That should be a good game. Our Monday night game to wrap up the week. Later this evening, I'll give you the time in a little bit. We'll have the Jets and the Bills to start Week 8. Conger in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Wilder in motion. Conger back, throws underneath. And Wilder can't hold on. He took a pretty good lick from Bryson Johnson, the defensive back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. We're in the third quarter, live from New Orleans. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Conger looking, he gets a blitz, and it's a sack and a fumble. The Rams fall on it, I think. There's still a scramble for it. Oh, it's recovered by the Saints. Oh, the Rams had a shot at it, couldn't come up with it. Harrison Mays, though, causes the fumble. He's the rookie linebacker out of Wyoming. A loss, a big loss, of 13 yards. It'll be 3rd and 23 back at the 11-yard line for New Orleans. 7:35 and counting here in the third quarter. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Big third down. Conger looking. Steps up and has to throw it away. He got hit as he threw. It affected the pass. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Saints go 3 and out on their opening drive in the second half. They'll have to punt. Jake White punting from his end zone. White gets the punt away. It'll be fair caught at the 44-yard line by Jackson Biggs, and that's where the Rams will take over, 1st and 10. Up 13-3. Rams at 6-0, the Saints at 4-2. The first half of our Saturday afternoon doubleheader here as we wrap up Week 7 of our current sim season. Rams have it 1st and 10 from their own 44. Sinclair under center. Hands off to McCutcheon. McCutcheon back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. On the tackle, Ryder Roberts, the second-year defensive end out of Oregon. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Rams at their own 45-yard line. Rams up by 10, 13-3. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Sinclair in the gun. Sinclair takes the snap, looks downfield, throws, caught, coming across is Bryce Barnett out to the 43-yard line, across midfield. A 12-yard gain and a Ram first down at the Saint 43-yard line. Rams come out, 3 to the near side. Sinclair under center. Sinclair to McCutcheon. Gets outside, and McCutcheon picks up a yard to the 41. Nice pursuit, nice tackle there by Chris Rothman, the safety. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Rams. A gain of 3 yards. Rams come out 4 wide. Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair looking. Throws deep, wide open. Harold Jackson down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 18. And another Ram first down. Jackson, one of the better receivers in the league. How do you leave him this wide open? My goodness. David Benson, the safety, the rookie out of Florida State, made the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Rams now at the New Orleans 23-yard line. Up 13-3, trying to make it a 3-score game if they can. Sinclair to McCutcheon. And McCutcheon picks up 2 to the 21-yard line. Keaton West, the second-year linebacker out of Alabama, on the tackle. Going to be 2nd and 8 from the 21. Another long drive by the Rams. 5:10 left in the third quarter. 5 wide, empty backfield. Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair throws underneath. And Dominic Lovett fumbles the football. The Saints recover. Yeah, rumbling down the sideline for the Saints is Nelson Kirk. Was Lovett down, though? I thought he might have been down. Let's take a look at the replay. And, yeah, he's down. They'll review that. His elbow and forearm came down, and then the ball came out. I bet you that one gets reviewed. 1st and 10 New Orleans. If it doesn't, there's the review. They should overturn this.
Previous play is under review.
Let's take a look. Yeah, he's down. And then the ball comes out. The tackle was made by Andrew Moore, but his wrist and elbow and forearm are all down. They're going to overturn it.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
It's overturned. Ends up being a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 18-yard line for the Rams. I think they made the right call. Rams come out 3 to the near side. Sinclair under center. Yeah. Sinclair throws underneath. Caught by Bryce Barnett down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 10, and that'll be a Ram first down. Barnett's playing his former team. He was with the Saints for the longest time. He was with New Orleans for 5 years, now in his 2nd season with the Rams. 1st and goal from the 8. 4 wide. Sinclair under center. Sinclair draws back, throws outside, caught. Touchdown, Rams. Terry Norton, the rookie out of Ole Miss. An 8-yard touchdown catch. And the Rams go up 19-3. I think the Rams will be looking for a new kicker next week. After this extra point, I got to run to the bathroom and blow my nose. I need to badly. Allergies are just kicking my butt. Garrett Brown, the always exciting extra point when he's around. The kick is up, and he makes that one. And the Rams go up 17-3. I'll be back. All right, we're back on the return. Garrett Walker over the 25. Brings it out to the 26-yard line. He kicks like Davis. Here at the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Our Week 7 Sunday night game, the Rams lead the Saints 20-3. The Rams trying to get to 7-0. 4:03 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Saints. They have 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. Conger drops back. Conger throws down the middle and caught by Logan Hawks. A gain of 7 down to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Saints at their own 33-yard line. 3:45 and counting. Here in the third quarter, Saints come out 4 wide, single back. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking, throws down the middle and threw it behind his intended receiver, Ben Harper. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Saints. The Rams will play Washington next week at home, and the Saints will be at the 49ers. 4 receivers set wide. Conger in the shotgun, 3rd and 3. And now empty backfield. Conger looking. Conger throws and incomplete. Looking for Wilder. He was well covered. Pass was broken up by Kevin Taylor in his 6th year out of Pittsburgh. We'll have the Steelers and the Vikings up next. Jake White back to punt. Gets the punt away. It'll be fair caught at the 25-yard line. Making the fair catch for the Rams is Jackson Biggs. Some highlights: Sinclair here in the first quarter, in the game. Barnett's touchdown, Lovett's touchdown. Rams up by 3 possessions, 20-3, with 3:24 left to play in the third quarter. The Rams have been dominant here in the first half of the season, trying to get to 7-0, the only undefeated team left. They'll face a hot Commanders team next week, though. Washington's in first place in the NFC East. That's a Monday night game next week, by the way. 1st and 10 from the 25. Sinclair throws down the middle and caught by Harold Jackson out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 21 and a Ram first down. Chris Rothman on the tackle for New Orleans. After our Steelers-Vikings game, which is next, we'll play some hockey. We'll have some hockey games for you. And then we'll be back at 7 Eastern. We'll kick off Week 8 with the Bills and the Jets from Buffalo. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Sinclair under center. Jackson in motion. Sinclair fakes the handoff. Looking. He's got all day. Throws deep. And coming back for it was Terry Norton down to the 25-yard line. That's a 29-yard gain to Norton, the rookie out of Ole Miss. This one is going to get ugly here in a second. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. 4 wide, make it 5, empty backfield. Sinclair looking, throws underneath and caught. A sliding catch by Lovett. Dominic Lovett down to the 20, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Saints. Evil Dead called it earlier. He said they're a machine. I think the Lions exposed some weaknesses, though, last week. On 2nd and 5 from the 20, Sinclair to McCutcheon. And McCutcheon just slicing through butter like a hot knife down to the 9-yard line. A gain of 11. 1st and goal for the Rams. McCutcheon's got to be close to 100 yards on the day. First and goal for the 9. Sinclair in the gun. Single back, 4 wide. Throws outside, got knocked away. They tried to throw it outside. Greg Spires knocks it down, the defensive end. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Rams at the 9-yard line. Rams come out 4 wide, single back. 2nd and goal for the Saint 9-yard line. Sinclair underneath. led him a bit too much. Looking for Bryce Barnett across the middle. It'll be 3rd and goal for the 9-yard line. 1:29 left here in the 3rd quarter. Rams come out 4 wide, single back. Sinclair in the shotgun on 3rd down. Sinclair looking. Sinclair throws and wide open. Harold Jackson, touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown catch in the back of the end zone for Harold Jackson in his 5th year out of Cal Berkeley. And the Rams are dominating. They're now up 26-3. And now really the only weak part of the Rams right now, Garrett Brown will come on for the extra point. We're definitely going to have to replace him after this game. Kick is up. It's good. Rams lead it 27-3, a 24-point lead for the Rams. That's still a 3-possession game. Live from the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Our Week 7 Sunday night game. We expected more from the Saints tonight. The Rams are just showing us why they're undefeated. The Rams do have some tough games down the stretch. They play New Orleans again. They play the 49ers again. There's the kick. From the 7-yard line on the return for New Orleans. Bringing it back is Alvin Marshall out to the 29-yard line. So Kurt Conger will lead the Saints offense back out onto the field. 1st and 10. The Rams still have 9 games left, as does everybody else. We'll go through the schedule to see what team might have a chance to give the Rams their first loss. 1st and 10 from the 29, 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. Wilder in motion. Misty's trying to tell me something. Conger gets it out to Logan Hawks, out to the 35, a gain of 6.
What? Sure.
A gain of 6 yards. The Rams will host Washington next week. Then they host the 49ers. A couple of tough games there. Then they're at Philadelphia. On 2nd and 4, Ferguson in motion. Hands off to Wilder. And Wilder is going to be hit in the backfield. Well, no, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. After they play the Eagles, the Rams will host New Orleans. And then at the 49ers. In the I formation, 3rd down. Conger looking. Conger throws near side and incomplete. Great defensive play by Kevin Taylor. It'll be 4th down. I've got a drink. Then the Rams play at Tampa Bay. Host Atlanta. Host the Ravens. Boy, they may go 16-0. On 4th down, Jake White gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 24-yard line by Jackson Biggs. After the Ravens game, they will play the final game of the season. The Rams will be at Buffalo. Wow. Just the games they have left in the division I'd worry about for the Rams. 13 seconds now left to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rams. At their own 24, they hand off to McCutcheon. And McCutcheon out to the 30-yard line, a gain of 6. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Rams up 27-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. The Rams have this one well in hand. 2nd and 4 at their own 30-yard line. 4 wide. Sinclair to McCutcheon around the outside. And McCutcheon to the 33-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and inches. Misty made me a sandwich. I'm going to try to eat it while I call the game. 3rd down. 3 to the far side. Sinclair under center. Sinclair. McCutcheon. 1st down and more. Look at this. McCutcheon out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 18. And that's going to put him well over 100 yards. He's getting some great blocking up front. Lawrence McCutcheon. 1st and 10 for the Rams now at the Saint 49-yard line. Less than 7 minutes left in regulation. Sinclair under center. Hands off to McCutcheon again. Plows forward. Gets 6 yards to the Saint 43-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Rams are just plugging away. Saints have nothing for them. 2nd and 4. Sinclair to McCutcheon. Gets outside, and McCutcheon picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and inches at the 39-yard line. Misty made me a chicken salad sandwich. It's good. It'll be 3rd and inches for the Rams at the Saint 39-yard line. Under 6 minutes left now. 4 wide for the Rams. Sinclair in the shotgun. Sinclair drops back, throws underneath, and incomplete. They're looking for Terry Norton. He couldn't hold on to be 4th down. Well, their kicker's not very good. They might go for it here. On 4th and inches, they are. 4 wide. You're up by 24. Why not? Sinclair in the shotgun. Looking. They pick up the blitz, and they get it to Barnett down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 8, and that'll be another Ram 1st down. As Evil Dead said, they can do no wrong. Sinclair's only been sacked once. They've not turned it over, have the Rams. That always helps. 1st and 10 from the Saint 31-yard line. Now they shift. Single back, 4 wide. Sinclair draws back, throws outside, caught by Norton. Down to the 24, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Just methodically moving it downfield. I'm updating the standings already. I don't see New Orleans coming back in this one. On 2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line, in the eye, McCutcheon. No, they fake it. Sinclair looking. Sinclair throws deep. And, nearly picked off by Benjamin Clements, the 8th-year defensive back out of Texas. The Rams are going to open up a 3-game lead. After only 7 weeks, they'll have a 3-game lead on the Saints and the 49ers. They're both 4-3, and the Falcons are 3-4. 3rd and 3 from the 24-yard line. McCutcheon in motion. Sinclair looking. Throws deep. And it's knocked down. Incomplete. Torrey Clayton knocked it down. The safety. They were looking for Norton. Let's see what the Rams do on 4th and 3. Their kicker being what it is, they'd probably go for it again. Nope, they're going to bring him out. Give him a try. Garrett Brown. This will be from 41 yards. Well, look at that. He makes the field goal. Wow. He's struggling with extra points, but then he nails a 41-yard field goal. The Rams go up 30-3. They're up by 27. That's now a 4-possession game. With 4:48 left to play. I'm pretty confident in saying what I'm about to say. The Rams are going to get to 7-0. There's the kickoff by Brown. from the 5-yard line on the return. Alvin Marshall out to the 24-yard line. 4:45 left. The Saints are down by 27. The Rams have just come in and kicked butt in a game we thought would be much closer. They will meet again in a few weeks in Los Angeles. First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Conger looking, throws, it gets tipped at the line, incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Santonio Benson tips it. Want me to call it? Get your ringer off. Second and 10 from the 24-yard line. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Throws underneath. Making the catch. That's Tony Brandon out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 8. Did you find it? Is your ringer on? I'll give it a call. I'll give it a call here in a sec. 3rd and 8 from the 26-yard line. 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. Big 3rd down for the Saints. Brandon in motion. Conger looking. Conger rolls out. And Conger picks up the 1st down and more down the sideline. Out to the 48-yard line. A 26-yard scamper by Kurt Conger, the rookie out of USC. Under 4 minutes left. Rams up by 27. Misty found her phone. 5 wide, empty backfield. 1st and 10 from the Ram 48. Now they shift. 4 wide with a single back. Now it's back to 5 wide. Conger in the shotgun takes the snap. Throws and caught by Logan Hawks. A gain of 3 to the Ram 45-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 7. Clock is moving. 3:18 and counting. Steelers Vikings up next. On 2nd and 7 from the 45. Conger looking. Conger throws deep and incomplete. Broken up by Taylor. Kevin Taylor, the defensive back. He's a pretty good one, too. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Saints at the Ram 45-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Conger in the shotgun. Ferguson in motion. Conger back. Throws and caught. Making the catch. Isaac Curtis down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 13. That'll be a New Orleans 1st down with 2:50 and counting. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning soon. 4 wide for the Saints. Conger in the shotgun. The Rams defense is playing kind of back now. They're not playing as tough as they were before, but they bring a blitz. They pick it up nicely, though. And they get the screen pass off to Wilder, but for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They picked up that blitz nicely. 2nd and 10 from the 33. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger fakes the handoff. Rolls out. And he gets taken down to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 yards. DJ Coles, in his 11th year out of Tennessee, the defensive end, makes the tackle. And that, my friends, will take us to the 2-minute warning. Live from the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Our Week 7 Sunday night game. The Rams are in charge, 30-3. 3rd and 12. 4 wide for the Saints. Conger fakes the handoff, throws deep, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Kevin Taylor. I tell you what, Taylor's having himself a night. He's playing great in the secondary. It'll be 4th down. Saints will probably go for it. 4th and 12 for the Ram 34. 5 wide, empty backfield. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger throws it deep, and it's tipped. That time by Dante Jones, incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs. The Rams will take over. Rams secondary has been in fuego tonight. Some highlights. Bryce Barnett, the touchdown. And then Dominic Levitt, his touchdown. Rams lead it 30-3 with 1:51 left. Hopefully our next game will be a lot closer than this one. The Steelers and the Vikings. The Steelers at 5-1, the Vikings at 4-2. Matthew Sinclair back under center for the Rams on 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Hands off to McCutcheon. McCutcheon at 142 yards today. Picks up 2 there. Great night for McCutcheon. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 36-yard line. Neither team taking a timeout. They know this game's over. They're not going to prolong the inevitable. On 2nd and 8, just ticking the clock down. They'll hand off to McCutcheon again. And McCutcheon back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Under a minute now. It'll be 3rd and 8. A quality win for the Rams. A dominant win for the Rams here tonight. And the Rams go to 7-0 on the season. As they hand it off once again. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 4th down, and I think they'll just let the clock run out. Well, the Rams are going to punt. Maybe they will. Yeah, and on the road. And that punt will go into the end zone, and that's ball game. Your final score, the Rams 30, the Saints 3. The Rams go to 7-0. Steelers Vikings up next.